Hey, what's going on, everyone? Shannon here with the Husband's Hustle, and it is hot. I had the door open, and oh my gosh, it's made the house so hot. So I had to close the door, turn the air on, and get back to work, putting flyers together. Well, not flyers, but my letters, folding them up. Got just, you know, bunches and bunches and bunches, and box full of them, as you can see. You know, you gotta have consistency. Look, you can see the let me move this plant out the way. Consistency is important. Quantity is also important, but I just think you have to start with wherever you can start. You know, however many letters you have, how many postcards you have, whatever, bring this in, wherever you're starting is where you got to start. Obviously, the whole point is just to get started. Sticking with your mailings is equally as important than how many you're actually sending out. Because you can send out, you know, let's say you were sending out only 200. Well, you need to send that 200 out consistently. You got to send that 200 out, whether it's bi-weekly, if it's every month, if it's every other month, you have to still send it out. And you got to be patient. You have to have patience with this because this is a long game. It's not a short game. The responses that you get are going to be delayed. This isn't the type of opportunity where you get immediate gratification. And that's what we all kind of seek. We're all looking for immediate gratification with anything that we're doing. We want a response, and we want the response now. We want problems solved today. We want problems fixed right now. And because of technology, it's taken away our ability to have a little patience. I'm definitely a victim of that. Well, this story is not really relevant, but kind of. But it's still just kind of a funny story. I'll tell you a funny story, just so you can see some of my craziness too, because I think we all have it. We all have a little craziness where, you know, we need to relax and stop tripping sometimes. And we trip in our businesses sometimes too. But I just remember one time I was pulling up to, what was it? It was a El Pollo Loco. I'm embarrassed by it, but pulled up to El Pollo Loco and I order chicken burrito, chicken burrito. And I'm particular about certain, like, I don't like guacamole. I know a lot of you guys out there love guacamole. There's only certain times I can eat guacamole, like, you know, a night of drinking and I probably won't taste it, you know, but if I'm, you know, in the right state of mind, it's not going to happen. Same with tomato. I don't, you know, it doesn't matter what state I'm in. I don't like tomatoes, period. You know, but what's weird is that I can eat it in salsa. That's crazy. But in any case, no guacamole on my stinking burrito. And I don't like the salsa that's real tomatoey, so it just depends. The salsa is kind of tricky. It just depends. And so none of that on, you know, especially from El Pollo Loco is real tomatoey. Their salsa, it's just like fresh cut tomato, you know, definitely not, you know, and it's not hot. So for sure, that's just a no-go. And so I get my burrito and guess what? It has it on there. So I'm upset, you know, because they do the drive-through, right? And so I get my burrito and I'm just like, dang, I was clear when I said no guacamole, no salsa, you know, just, you know, however I ordered it, that's how I wanted it. So I had to go out of the drive. I get my burrito, pull out, and I got to pull back in. So I'm going back through the drive-through to go back to the window to give it to him. Now, customer service. So I'm upset, but I'm not that upset. I'm like talking trash, but that's just me. I talk trash. So I'm sitting in the car, but now I haven't gotten to the window yet. I'm just, at the time, me and my ex were in the car, and I'm just saying, I'm just talking. I'm just in there like, dang it, you know what I'm saying? Like I told them not to put this in there, you know, blah, blah, blah. And it's not, I'm that kind of person. Like you can't just, if you don't like tomatoes, you don't like guacamole, I can't scrape it out of my burrito or scrape it out of my food. Like you got to give it to me all over again because it's still in there. And you know what I'm saying? It's not so much I don't like it. I don't like it. Like, so if it's traces of it in my food, I'm still going to taste it and it's not going to sit well with me. I don't like it. I don't eat it. So back to the story. So I get to the window. Now I'm just talking shit. So I'm just sitting there and I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna just take this burrito. I'm gonna just throw it in there. Now I've never done that before, and I really wasn't gonna do that. And I'm just like, I just take this burrito and just throw it in the window, and throw it into the drive-through. But when I say this, my window is up, and so I was like, I just take this burrito and just throw it, and I actually chucked it, but I wasn't trying to do that, but it slipped out of my hand and it hit my window and busted all over me. Lesson learned. Don't be talking shit in the drive-through about what you gonna do about stuff. And it was just hilarious. And then I had to pick up the burrito off of me, roll my window down and say, gave me the wrong burrito. And it was hilarious. It was embarrassing because it busted all over me. But I didn't have patience. That's the whole point. Is sometimes you need to have patience. And if you have patience, you won't get a busted up burrito all over you looking foolish. And never had that issue again, clearly. But you got to have patience with your mailings, because when you mail your stuff out, you're not going to get that immediate gratification. Some people do. Sometimes it does work. Sometimes it happens in your business. Sometimes that does happen. You'll send something off, or you'll put an offer out there and you'll get people jumping on it right away. Chances are it's better to prepare for that not to happen than to expect that you're going to get immediate results. What's going to happen is it takes a person, 7 touches, 14 touches. It takes a person a minute to feel or to really get in a space of knowing who you are, liking you and trusting your message, trusting your content, making sure that this stuff is legit. So it may take them a while. They might be so busy, things are going on in their lives where they take your letter and they liked it, except they just set it down and now they can't remember where they put it. And they're like looking over the house trying to find it. Or they have it put it somewhere where they can get to it later, where they can give it the attention that is due. And things just keep happening in their lives where they keep putting it off. But it's in their mind, I'm going to get to it. So it may be a week later. It may be several weeks later. It may be a month later when they finally get to it and they're like, hey, you know what? I want to reach out to this person and I'm interested. I want to partner up. Or it could be, I want to partner up. I just am waiting for, additional funds to come in so that I can get started. You don't know what their situation is, and it could take time for that to happen. In the meantime, while this psychology over buying is happening, you're still sending out your mail. You're still, sending out your campaigns. You're still moving forward. So in 90 days, in 3 months, in 2 months, it may be 30 days later, that backlog of interest starts to turn over. That's how you're going to get that snowball effect of people being interested and packages starting to just roll in, because it's rolling in from what has already been sitting. So as that starts to roll in, the mailings that you have already put out more recently, as that's taking time to roll in, it's going to seem like it's going to be a snowball, and it's going to be happening all the time, because you're steadily putting it out there. You said, the 200 that you put out there is now 400, is now 600, is now 800, and now 100 of that 800 is now turning over. Or let's go, three out of that 800 is now turning over. Now 10 out of that 800, now 20 out of that 800 is turning over, and you're still putting out more. So now you're going to start getting consistent payouts coming in. The only thing that's required is for you to reach that point. So it's not a matter of how, it's not a matter of why, it's a matter of when it's going to happen. It's no question that this opportunity works. No question that it works. It's just, when will it work for you? It's going to take some time for it to happen, but you need to just be consistent. You need to have patience, and you need to believe in yourself, believe in what you're doing. When you're set up with the right type of campaign, when you have a way of following up, you have your whole system laid out. And I'm not just talking about the system that, you know, comes with your participation. I'm talking about when you partner with me, I'm going to make sure that you have a campaign that's laid out where you can actually, you can even keep track of your conversions. So you want to have a system in place that you're just wash and repeat. You're just following through. It's the same thing, you know, every week, every month. You just know what you're doing and you get that done and you're done. It's not rocket science. You don't have to talk to people. The only time that you're going to actually talk to people is once they get your letter or when they get your postcard. If you have a phone number on there and they give you a call, they're going to ask you some simple questions that you need to be prepared to answer, and you can close them over the phone. Or if you don't end up closing them over the phone, you give them enough information where they will sit on it and then they'll contact you back and they'll be ready to get started. So patience, consistency, and faith, and you'll be all right. This is a great opportunity, and I know it's going to work for you. Stay tuned for the next video. Maybe I have another funny story I'll share with you guys. So with that, Shannon, the Husband Hustle, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.